fullback we've seen this season. He's a good 8 yards behind Corby. Long reach. Corby sprints out right, going to throw it to an open man. It's Brooks. 35, 30, 25, out of bounds at the 22. The crowd alive in Columbia on the opening drive for Corby Jones and the Tigers. Down in 7. That's Oliva in motion. Corby's going to throw in a hurry. Spins away beautifully. 20, 15, goes for the first down and out of bounds at the corner. Corby on a quick handoff and Oliva over the top. Missouri strikes first. Frost here on 2nd and 5. Brings the option. Now the pitch to Amon Green. Green for the first down. Free. And finally out of bounds, but inside the 15-yard line. Easter, the strong safety from Houston, pushing him out. But you can see now the Big Red marching down the field. It is 2nd down and 13. High snap. Frost brings it down. 6 points. Not to be denied. Scott Frost into the end zone. Quarterback draw. Remember Makovica, but this time Frost is hit. Spins away to the right. And touchdown, Nebraska. Delayed call. They waited to see. And Frost scores his 2nd touchdown of this game. Corby takes the handoff. Sprint right. Got it. Makes free at the 30-yard line. Murchison and out of bounds. Great effort that time by number 81. Jay Murchison, the senior from Richmond, Virginia.
A couple of weeks ago, Corby Jones got together with his wife.
James is in at that fullback spot. Corby going to show option and pull back from it. He's got a man wide open. Touchdown! Torrey Coleman! Can they stop Makovica and Green here? Makovica leads. Green searches, got it. Inside the 20. Now breaks free. And Amon Green to the 7-yard line. Almost turned a first down into a touchdown run. 21 yards. Bad tackling on the corner by the Tigers. The wing formation that they used against Oklahoma. Blast straight ahead with Amon Green for the touchdown. 7 yards for Amon.
Larry Smith's biggest fear is that his defense would get worn down. They haven't come close to stopping Nebraska yet.
Nebraska brings a blitz at him, and Corby throws it down the middle. Has to throw in a hurry. He's got a man at the 30-yard line. Ricky Ross again. Eric Johnson was the blitzing linebacker that time. There was no time. Corby arched it. It's 36 yards against Ralph.
I think he's on the other side of the ball.
Yeah, clearly the whistle was blown, though. I suppose we had the advantage of hearing it. Intercepted. Chris is standing there, and Shad Chris with speed brings it to the 40, 45. Penalty flag down at midfield as Shad Chris may have just made the biggest play of the first half. All right, so here we go. Hang on. The Tigers stalking that lead again. Play fake. Corby rolls right. Got all kinds of time. Back. Wide open to Levo. 10-yard line. Touchdown. Missouri. Mizzou leads it. 35 yards.
Selection. These two have shown. Frost, late pitch. Fumble! Loose ball. Battle on the sideline. Missouri says, we've got it. Missouri recovers the fumble. The second Nebraska turnover. And another one with the Cornhuskers going in for a score. How big is that? As Steve Erickson walks up. Frost gets ready. Play fake them on. They're going to throw it to the end zone. Fires. Call. Juggle. Newcomb reached back in on the ball and grabbed it. There's the freshman from Albuquerque. He bails Nebraska out 34 yards on the play to Bobby Newcomb, who was juggling and somehow reached back and grabbed it. And Brent, I know.
Better, Keith. Second down and 8 now. Frost on a fake. Going to throw back. Screen over here on this side to Amon Green on a cutback. And Green breaks free. 30, 25. Angle and out of bounds. And that is Harold Piercy who saved the touchdown. Frost has scored twice already today, and he bucks it right in. And Scott Frost puts it in for the third time today. Nebraska regains the lead. 3 minutes to go in the third quarter. A struggle for Tom Osborne's Cornhuskers, top-ranked and favored by 4 touchdowns here in Columbia, Missouri. For the Fiesta Bowl or the Sugar Bowl. Here it is Chris Brown kicking it off, and now Missouri must answer the call again. Coming out this time is Devin West. Here it is, 30-yard line, free, 40, 45, 50, into Nebraska territory, and finally down at the 35-yard line. Devin West, 58 yards for Mizzou. Devin West, the running back. Corby's going to go back. Deep drop, try to throw back, not there. Going to sprint now. Outrun Rucker. Dives for the end zone. Goes airborne. Corby Jones, touchdown over the top. Corby runs the option to the corner. He's going to keep it. It's wide open. 35, 40, 45. Crosses midfield and out of bounds. So the pitch man was taken by the outside rush man. As soon as the outside rush man went up, gun or passing look for Corby. The ends crash, picked up, sideline deflected and picked off. Intercepted on the sideline by Nebraska. At the 22-yard line, Joe Walker intercepts for the Huskers. Field, he'll be the flanker. They move the tight end over to show power that side. Frost is going to throw back to the right now. Comes back to the middle, deflected, intercepted. Missouri's got it at the 35-yard line. Got a chance, and it's picked off by Piercy. Harold Piercy, the safety, who's been a whiz all day, gives Mizzou a shot at the 30-yard line. Perfect so far. On a fake, Corby Jones rolls hard to right. Got a man wide open, the touchdown! Missouri leads it! 4:39. Eddie Brooks all alone in the end zone. Quickly in the huddle at the 33-yard line. Frost rolls hard to the right, uses the sideline, caught it out of bounds with 55 seconds to go. Kenny Cheatham Third down. Cross to the middle. Juggle. Diving touchdown, Nebraska. Davison on the deflection. Nebraska's a point away from tying the game. The deflection is caught. The fans have broken into the end zone. They expected the game to be over. But a touchdown was signaled for in the end zone. They'll clear the field and kick for the tie. We could be headed to overtime. Well, they ought to turn the sprinklers on at that end of the field. End zone. First down and 10. Frost runs the option, crashes inside. 5, goes for the goal line. Touchdown. Missouri gets a chance to respond. It's not sudden death, not like the NFL. Jones under pressure, it's over. Nebraska wins it in overtime. A miracle finish. The Cornhuskers stay unbeaten. And a heartbreak for Missouri. Grant Wistrom and Mike Rucker close in. And Tom Osborne knows all too well that he got lucky late against Larry Smith and the Missouri Tigers. It was a great college football game. And regardless of losing this one, the Missouri Tigers have grown up here today. Our Chevrolet players of the game, Amon Green for Nebraska, Corby Jones.
We will, of course, keep you up to date on the progress of that game as it goes along. Here's Jenkins throwing, caught this time by Williams. All kinds of room. 45 midfield, needs a block, gets it from Lucky at the 40. Cut back to the 35, the 30, down to the 28-yard line of California.
Both head coaches come in tonight. They want big plays. They want things to happen down the field. And in order to make big plays happen, you
season a little bit, but still, as we said, his team could wind up better than 500. Candidate gets the outside. 25-20. It's a foot race. He's gone. 10-5. Touchdown, Cats.
Trung Candidate looked as though he got shot out of a cannon right then.
This year he's thinking, yeah, I would have liked to have done better, but we're setting a tone here. Here's a give to Smith. He gets into the open at the 30, at the 20, at the 10, to the 5, and stopped at the 1-yard line. Chris McAllister makes the stop, and this is starting to look like a track meet.
These kinds of games are interesting because both teams, this is a very important.
On the carry for Tarek Smith. Bears in the offset eye. Give it to Smith. He's in. Touchdown, California.
The good news for Cal, they've been hampered by a lot of penalties this year, Barry. Right there, they put a nice drive together, and I asked their coaches. I wonder if they have an elephant entertainment at halftime.
That's right. There's a reverse with Northcutt trying to get outside at the 35, at the 40, at the 45 midfield. Look out. At the 40, to the 30. One man to beat. 20, 10, 5. Touchdown, Wildcats. .62 yards, and Rams, let's watch when we get the replay. The block.
And with great confidence. I mean,
trips left again. Jenkins to throw. Look out! In the fumble, and it's picked up this time by Tubeno, and he's going to go in for a California touchdown. And nobody saw Sanyika blow in, most particularly Jenkins. Big play by the Bears defense.
And I really believe that if Cal has any opportunity to win this game tonight, they have to have a couple more big plays by the defense. But Sekou Sanyika
the year. Yeah, but if Mawuka Tubenu gets 21 more. Toss to Brennan. Touchdown, Arizona. effective drive led by Keith Smith. Third and goal, Bears at the 5-yard line. They cover the blitz. Slant, touchdown. Caught that time by Bruce Pierre. And the Bears will likely go for 2 here.
Yeah, the coaches trying to redirect their players back onto the field.
Make sure you're
Brian Surgener.
Smith, they go without a huddle again. Again, the Bears show blitz from the safety position. Now they back out of it. Smith throws for the end zone. Got Northcutt. Touchdown, Wildcats. And a late flag comes in, and I'm sure that's going to be one of those absurd, excessive celebration penalties.
I like how you put that, Barry, because
Vetter straight back again, going deep for Douglas. Well covered by Malvo. Did he get it? Yes, great catch by Douglas. Malvo could do nothing more than he did.
and the choice of Cal right now is for the 1st and goal.
And they give it this time to Smith, and he's in. Touchdown, Bears. Starting to be a pretty typical Arizona-California football game, isn't it?
Yeah. Don't get up and go to the refrigerator. Bears.
And Douglas starts in motion. Straight back goes Venner. He throws, and it is caught and dropped by Douglas. But they're going to say catch. They'll say he caught it at the 3-yard line. Well, Damian Douglas has had a career night tonight.
And a horrible angle.
He got it up. He made it good. And we are tied at 31.
Just your typical Cal Arizona game.
It's amazing.
And you thought I got excited for a moment. Why?
He'll jump away. 8 seconds left. Tied at 31.
Hole to get somebody in the end zone.
Out of the shotgun again. Hitting the running back now. Smith, a floater to Northcutt in the end zone. Did he get it? Yes. Touchdown, Arizona. And Northcutt went down hard. And now he gets up. He's all right. Now the try for points. So Arizona with the first score of the overtime. Vera is the lone setback, and Vetter will go up. Vetter in trouble. Now he's going to run. He's got a lot of room. He's the 20. He's the 10. The 5, and stopped at the 3-yard line. So Vetter picks up 22 on first down.
Great gamesmanship that time by Justin Vetter. He saw a crease, and knowing able to drag him down from behind.
Defensive speed once again. Smith and White in the backfield. They give it to Smith, trying to cut inside, and he's in. Touchdown, Bears. So both teams scoring quickly here in the first overtime. And now the try for point. Now normally you think that's just the period at the end of the sentence, but in many cases this year for California, as they take a timeout.
Ash, he's about a yard or two off it. Pretty straightforward.
And he missed it badly. Short and off to the left, never had a chance. So now Arizona can be the masters of their own fate. And it'll be up to the California defense to try to maintain for the Bears. Donald's longest, as we said, 33 yards. I'm not sure he's made a 43-yarder on the playground. Snap, kick, got a lot on it. It's got a chance. It's good! Arizona wins it! A fitting end, Rams.
Really is a fitting end, and you see Tommy Homo looking for Dick Tomey, but Dick Tomey, I really believe it. They had the experience in the OT game earlier this year. They were able to pull this one off.
So that's a wrap. Arizona wins it in double OT.
3rd down and 8. 4th time in the drive. The Mountaineers have faced a 3rd down. 0 side, has the opening and a lead blocker, goes to the outside, into the end zone. Does he make it at the corner? It is there for the touchdown. From 11 yards out, capping a drive that started back at the West Virginia 37-yard line. And for Zaraway, Paulus to throw. Blitz is coming. Is picked up right over the middle. Tight end Holloway. At the 40, the 30, the 20, and then tripped up from behind. The freshman from Riverdale, Georgia. Barrett Green caught him 50 yards, 5-0.
But this gives Notre Dame their best chance to score.
Second down goal to go. Touchdown for Notre Dame. Clement Stokes, his third touchdown of the year.
That drive courtesy of that big catch by Jabari Holloway on the third down.
Oh, yes. Third down and 3 at the 37-yard line, and it went. West Virginia set to go from their own 34-yard line. Zaraway's back in. He breaks it. He's to the 40. There's one angle. He's to the 20. And it will be forced down inside the 10-yard line. Ty Good saves the touchdown. Zaraway goes 60 yards on the play. Whoa, is he something else? Famous his 12th 100-yard rushing game. Zaraway again jumps to the outside, heads for the end zone. He's got it in 2 plays. And in 2 offensive plays, West Virginia has gained the lead. Now, you said to me, Bob Trumpy said this during the last time out. He said, I don't want to say it on the air, but if Notre Dame's going to stay with West Virginia, they're going to down conversions were to Johnson for 20 yards and then for 14. Ball comes out, knocked loose, scramble for it at the 30-yard line. West Virginia comes out celebrating, and the officials agree. Stokes drops the ball, or it was stripped out of his hands by the West Virginia defense. Gary the fullback, Denson the tailback. Little play action fake, going deep. Oh, diving grab by Malcolm Johnson at the 4-yard line. Over the wrong shoulder. He was looking left. He had to turn around. 45 yards over the right shoulder. Great receivers. Jackson still the quarterback. Quick drop. Oh, right on target into the end zone. Touchdown Notre Dame. Malcolm Johnson, his second score of the year.
Was that ever on target?
Well, it's a first down at the 40-yard line, converting on 3rd down and 7. Here is Denson jumping to the outside, has the opening. He's to the 40, needs one block. No, can't turn it down. As Gary Hopkins had the angle on it, he picks up 27 yards for Notre Dame. Yards, 2 touchdowns. Play action fake. Overthrown, intercepted. Ivory Covington to the 15. Returns across the 20 out to the 23-yard line.
His only mistake of the day. He misread the coverage. Mark Bulger had played beautifully. He misread.
To their own 21-yard line, 7.5 minutes. They now can start their drive for the victory. Here's Denson. He cuts to the outside, has the opening. He's out to the 40. He's to the 50, down the sideline and out of bounds.
No flags.
On 3 Denson. He goes over 100 yards to 135. 36 yards. Paulus throws. He is right on target to Johnson, who slips a tackle, adds about 8 or 9 more yards to the end of the play. 26 yards total for Malcolm Johnson. 26 yards. 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 Shotgun.
Or Bobby Brown.
He has a fade, and he has him. Bobby Brown fades into the corner for the touchdown.
Quarterback was out of bounds, 2 yards short of the marker.
First down, 38-yard line. Goes deep down the sideline. This one is caught at the 25-yard line. That will stop the clock for the first down, 37 yards. Jerry Porter has it. Harper makes the line. Fourth down. Goes to the right corner. It is intercepted in the end zone by Notre Dame. Porter, the intended receiver. Devlin Harper has it. No. Ty Good, replacing Allen Rawson, has the interception. Flag is down in the end zone. There's a flag. There's 2 flags, 3 flags down.
Unsportsmanlike.
We got unsportsmanlike against Notre Dame. Only the kneel down to make it official. West Virginia's out of timeouts and the celebration starts for Notre Dame.
The final score, Notre Dame 21, West Virginia 15.
That, Charlie, was a great football game. There was execution on both sides of the football. One mistake by West Virginia. The interception thrown by young Mark Bulger.
Let's go down to John Dockery. And there is Ron Paulus, and he has a grip on the football that ended his final home game. Don't go away. We'll be back to Notre Dame in a moment. We're back at Notre Dame Stadium.
Really have not taken advantage of it. Blitz coming, swings out the pass, and he's got him. And running room. Rusty Williams at the sideline. Inside the 30s, down to the 24. Caught him in a blitz, and it's good for 30. Got the man coverage.
Damian Craig hits Rusty Williams.
Down, line to make the 49.5-yard line. They've made 1 out of 4 conversions tonight. Right up the middle, it is Alexander. Breaks it, has 5, has 10, and he's off. Going to be pushed out of bounds inside the 30-yard line by Rob Pate, and that is what Alabama can do. When you talk about they've lost weapons on offense, they've got 3 outstanding tailbacks.
Freddie's pointing to protection.
Fakes the draw, pass is drilled, got incomplete, that's Hall, and the ball is taken away. Brad Ware has the football.
Antoine Nolan with the hit. Well, a good throw by Freddie Kitchens had Calvin Hall in the post.
Craig rolling to his right, and on the run, takes 4, and it is going to be intercepted by Sigler.
What a great effort by Chris Hood, first of all. Number 34 to chase Damian Craig. And it's
under 8 minutes to play, first half. Kitchens drills the ball, has it complete. He's got Jackson, and he is going to have the first down, and he's loose. The foot race is on as the ball is trying to be taken away by Spikes. It would be a 1st and 10 Alabama.
Freddie Kitchens has ignited this offensive football team by placing him.
Kitchens drills it, has him over the middle, touchdown, a Calvin Hall. Calvin Hall makes up for a miscue a moment ago when he fumbled the football.
Up wrong, and we'll go back to that last play after this one.
Alabama shows blitz. Let's see if they come or not. Yep, they're coming in the middle. Craig steps up, drills his ball, and it is tipped and going to be intercepted by Alabama. Marcus Spencer down the near sideline finally runs out of bounds. And I'll tell you, Clifton Robinson should have caught it and gone for a touchdown, and he got it tipped off his shoulder pad. He didn't catch it with his hands.
Alabama just playing well in the
Bulls their own destiny to win the West. And this crowd went nuts. But so far, in the first half, as Carter breaks it out, 5, 10, and now 15 yards. He lost the football. Short, the Alabama player, signaled that Auburn had recovered it. I think he wanted to point the other way.
Yeah, he's so happy he just pointed.
And let's check in with Carl Ravitch. Just now when Davies on the sideline. This is the 11th play of the drive. Pitch goes to Alexander. Sean tries to turn the corner, and he will. Hurdles a man at the 5, 3, 2, 1. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
We got a good block from Ed Sissom, number 33.
Their arch rivals from Tuscaloosa are dominating this game ever since Freddie Kitchens came in the second quarter. Here's a blitz. Craig gets his pass away. He's got him open at the 45, and he breaks free. Tight end McLeod in the sideline, and he was knocked out of bounds inside the 30. That may be the play that gets them going. It's good for 41.
Well, when they're blitzing and you can't handle the corners with your wide receiver.
Gunnigan out over the football. Deepest penetration they've had since back in the first quarter, I believe. As this pass is caught. Bailey on his way at the 10-yard line. It'll be first and goal Auburn. Townsend saved the touchdown.
Good.
Back to the line of scrimmage. Let's see if they follow Simmons again. Beasley over the top. Touchdown Auburn.
We got to go for 2 here, too. 17-12. They'll call a 2-point play. Try to get it within 3. Put the ball on the left hash, Rondo. They'll move it over. So
it hurt, and they are in hurt right now. 51 seconds and down to 50. Kitchens reverses it out, throws the ball to Sissom, loses the football. Auburn recovers at the 33. Quentin Reese, field goal from the left hash mark. Good pass. Got the distance. He is good. Seven-yard attempt for the Alabama win. A.J. Diaz. Good pass. Ball is down. Does he have the distance? No. It is in the end zone. Short. And the Auburn Tigers have come from behind to win.
Second down and long. Motion near side is Reed. Ewert over the middle. Open. Touchdown. Washington. Jerome Pathon. Jerome Pathon with the catch about the one, and he slides into the end zone, and the Huskies take a 6-0 lead. For the Huskies at their own 25-yard line. Ewert to now play action, pass downfield, intended for Jawan Hooker, and it's going to be picked off at the Washington State 25-yard line.
Moore with the diving interception for Washington State.
What a catch by Moore. His second, along with Sonny Sixkiller and Bud Namath. For this classic battle between these two in-state rivals. Leap to throw. Wide open. Kevin McKenzie down around the Washington 19-yard line. Make that Sean Timms. Sean Timms with the catch.
Boy, most of the passes of the Cougars this year, I'm sure, Bud, you can tell us also, but the slot.
Lead checking over the Husky defense. On the handoff. Michael Black right over the middle. Touchdown, Cougars. Washington State getting on the board. Michael Black with a lot of room right up the middle. It is 7-6. The Huskies with a lead. But Ryan Lindell will come in to try to kick the extra point.
Good job of block
surgery in the offseason and really has struggled coming back from it.
Third down and 12. Ewert puts it up top. Deep downfield intended for Freddie Coleman. It is going to be intercepted. The interception by Ray Jackson. And the Cougars have the football.
Again, the Huskies keep wanting to go for the home run ball. Sometimes
Husky Stadium. Third down and 13. Lee. Up top, near side. Caught by Jackson. First down. And he's still on his feet. The 10-5. Touchdown, Washington State. Holy smoke, Chris Jackson made the catch around the 20. He got away from two tacklers. Staying on his feet up the sideline. Touchdown, Cougars. They take the lead 13-7. What a play by Chris Jackson.
That's what that young man has done all year long. Turned the short pass into the big play.
9 plays later, they have gone 50 yards. In motion is the H-back, Mike Reed. Ewert. The pass is up over the middle. No one is there except the Cougar defensive back. It is intercepted. Washington State with the ball. A flag is thrown and out of bounds at the 25-yard line. The Cougars will have the football. Lamont Thompson with the interception. Sonny and Bud, I don't know if that ball was deflected as he threw it, but that ball was just a wounded duck.
He's holding his arm. Somebody hit his arm on the follow.
11 for last 13 pass attempt for Ryan Lee.
Shotgun back to Lee. Time to throw. Over the middle, complete at the 15-yard line. Another Cougar first down. Sean McWashington on the reception. Mel Miller with a tackle. But another for
to pick up a little additional yardage to set up a little easier field goal attempt.
Third down and 27. Leap over the middle. Sean Timms wide open. First down. Inside the 5, down to the 3-yard line. Holy smoke, what a catch by Timms. Tony Parrish saves the touchdown, but Ryan Leaf is able to find Sean Timms. In motion to the far side goes Fred Coleman. Brock Ewert sets up, has the time, over the middle, incomplete. Now it is intercepted by Lamont Thompson. Jerome Pathon went up in the air, he had it, but the ball popped out of his hands at the 40. Lamont Thompson is there with his second interception of the ball game.
Only got 4 seconds to snap it.
Lee. Across, and it is complete to Chris Jackson. And he's got the first down. He's taken down at the Washington 29-yard line. He had to go to the 30. Let's see where they spot the football. It is rushing. Offsides against Washington State. The passes, though, complete to Cleveland. Gets away from a tackler. And out of bounds at the Cougar 39-yard line. So he's been a key receiver for Brock Ewert.
A lot of Husky fans wonder.
Now down by 17 with 9:02 to go here in the third quarter. Again offsides by Washington State. Contact. Free play. Deep downfield. Freddie Coleman. Touchdown Washington. Freddie Coleman with the bomb from Brock Ewert. And the the play, but it's a penalty against Washington State. The touchdown will count for Washington.
Even if it's picked, it looks like a punt.
Lead, right, left, goes over the middle, complete. It's intercepted. Tony Parrish, the 10, 5, still on his feet. Touchdown, Huskies! Intercepted Tony Parrish, and he brings it back for about a 30-yard return. Holy smoke, and you talk about the crowd getting back in it. Tony Parrish, the interception, yep, it was complete, but complete to a Husky. Near sideline, intended for Chris Jackson, caught 20, 15, 10, and he is in there. Touchdown, Washington State. 50-yard touchdown from lead to Chris Jackson. Jackson tippy-toeing down the near sideline. He's able to get in there. Touchdown for the Cougars. They lead 30-21. In motion to the far side goes Fred Coleman. Ewert, little outlet pass. Down to the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Mike Reed. He took the pass coming out of the backfield, and the Huskies get back on the board. A 17-yard touchdown pass. Mike Reed dancing around, and he gets into the end zone. It's now the Cougars' third.
Having fun.
This is the original doghouse. Michael Black, 35, near sideline. A lot of room, 15, knocked out of bounds around the 10. Michael Black with the long run for the Cougars. Only one man was in the way of a Cougar touchdown. Nigel Burton knocks him out of bounds around the 10. What a day for Michael Black.
Nice quick hitter up the middle.
Cougar athletic director celebrating his coach.
Downfield into the end zone. Complete. Jerome Pathon touchdown. Brock Ewert touchdown pass to Pathon. A 45-yard strike. Ewert to Pathon with 9 seconds left to play. 41-34, Cougars lead. No quit in this club, and especially that guy, number 24.
He made the fake
7.
like he was going to spike the ball to stop the clock and throwing it downfield to Pathon.
Yeah, it was like that run in Washington State's going to the Rose Bowl.
Ryan Leaf takes a knee. It is over. The Cougars win it, and they're on to the Rose Bowl January the 1st. Cougar fans, the players, the coaches celebrate on the field here at Husky Stadium. The Cougars win it this afternoon. A final score of 41-35. The Cougars are going to the Rose Bowl for the first time in 67 years.
Buckeyes at the Michigan 33. Jackson. Covers the ball. Eric Wilson got into the backfield, messed up the play, knocked the ball loose, and Glenn Steele recovered it. Of the 4 wide receivers now on the field out of the shotgun formation. Good blocking up front, giving Greasy time to throw down the middle to Woodson. Woodson on the run, and tripped from behind. A touchdown saving tackle by Antoine Winfield. For some friends. First and goal. Ball to Thomas. Touchdown. Gets it out all right. Oh my goodness, look at this. He runs Woodson all the way back to the 22-yard line. Woodson's got 1 block.
Michigan. And Charles giving him a little more room now that he's experienced the Boomers. And they fake it. And it goes up the middle with Rudzinski, the linebacker, a blocker there. And Rudzinski runs it up the pipe and picks up a first down for Ohio State.
It's a big call by John Cooper and something, a momentum thing, something to get you going. Catch a few passes.
So from the 35 now for the Buckeyes. Jackson dropped, throws it. He's got Miller, and Miller has a first down for Ohio State inside the 10 in front of Charles Woodson. Jackson throws in the middle. By Woodson.
Who should be, Keith?
Well, there's Antoine Winfield. All he needs to do is get over on the other side a little bit. Back goes Jackson. And he's got a problem. Still struggling. Now throws it in. Intercepted. He threw it right to Andre Weathers. And Weathers will score a touchdown. Oh, that could be a will breaker. Still has no receptions. Going big. Yeah, he's got one. Oh, my goodness. He turns around and taunts Charles Woodson. And he's going to take a flag for it. He caught the ball. He almost dropped that one, but he finally caught it. And the official on that side. Putt from here is going to give Ohio State very good field position, and they're coming. And the ball is loose. It is picked up by the Buckeyes, and it is down at about the 2-yard line. Jerry Rudzinski knocked the ball loose. Gary Berry knocked it loose, and Rudzinski covered it.
The thing that set this whole thing up, Keith, was the punt down inside the 10-yard line. Time.
Yes, sir. Germain to Pearson. Touchdown. There's Rudzinski, who covered that fumble. There's the man who caused it. There's the man who scored the touchdown for the Buckeyes.
The emotions of the game, Keith, just a short while ago.
50 seconds. Incomplete. Sam Sword almost had it and the ball came out. Ian Gold was the man that touched it first and deflected it. So Michigan goes to the Rose Bowl and are still in the hunt for their first national championship since 1948. They are 11-0. What do you say, Pop?
Well, he wanted to come back to get Michigan to the Rose Bowl. He'd be a part of that.
Defense off the field. Doug Johnson at quarterback.
We expect to see all three quarterbacks play today. Johnson throws, and it is juggled and caught. What a catch at midfield by Jaquez Green.
Jaquez Green for Florida lined up at wide receiver. He's got
three for Steve Spurrier and the Gators. They're going for it at the 30. The toss. Taylor pitches it to Jaquez Green. Johnson is wide open. Inside the 20 and out of bounds at the 12-yard line. What a play on fourth down.
Jaquez Green, remember, was a high school quarterback. Florida
confidence shaken in recent weeks. Johnson back in. Taylor right up the middle, touchdown.
This is the ice. That's the kind of guy you want at middle linebacker, adjusting your defense, being able to see set recognition.
Handoff by Brandeis. Taylor fumble. Sam Coward picks it up. Touchdown Seminoles. Lamont Green knocked it out.
Just one of those rivalries. That happens when the Bruins and the Trojans, or Ohio State, Michigan, that always happens.
Johnson throws short. Taylor fumbles again. That's a free football, and the Seminoles say they've recovered, and they have. Corey Simon came up with a free football. Shevin Smith knocked it free.
Shevin Smith, the walk-on
championship by passing to set up the run. Busby on third and long. Throws, man open. It's Minnis inside the 10 with a first down.
You mentioned earlier, Sean, that Florida State had all kinds of receivers. 5, 6, 7 guys all playing the game. We've got Minnis working on Tony.
3 receivers to the right. Busby under a blitz. Touchdown. Pearsall wide open. 2 yards into the end zone. '11th touchdown reception of his career for Melvin Pearsall. He's all alone now in Florida State history.
Matt Green.
See the difference in the delivery between Brandeis and Johnson. Brandeis doesn't have quite as strong an arm, but he has enough to get that to Travis McGriff down to the 5-yard line. '50-yard gain.
Just when you think Florida's out of it, they strike.
First and goal from the 5. Johnson in the end zone. Touchdown, Travis McGriff.
Going to come on a punt block here.
Cottrell was a quarterback in high school. Something to keep in mind. Bad punt caught on the run by Green. Bad direction by Green for just a moment, but here he goes. Jaquez Green. Out of bounds at the 48-yard line. Chased out by Khalid Abdullah. A 31-yard punt, but a 28-yard return.
Fred Taylor, that enabled the ball to get launched.
Brandeis from the 4, hands it off. Taylor untouched for a touchdown. One minute played, second half. Florida has a 1-point lead. Busby. Forced from the pocket, has a man open, E.G. Green, down to the 30-yard line.
Pulled out of bounds by Tony George and Mike Harris. A huge third down conversion for the Seminoles, a gain of 22.
Florida State got the matchup.
Down conversion upcoming for Florida State on 3rd and 5. They'll try to move the chain. That throw on the money. E.G. Green, first down Seminoles. Green down at the 12-yard line.
The Florida State coaches said before the game they liked how they
rushed for 51 yards today. Johnson back in on 3rd down and 2. Everybody up on the line for the Florida State defense, and Taylor runs right by them. Fred Taylor may go. Touchdown, Florida! There's a louder stadium in the country. We have not heard it. Busby throws, has a man. E.G. Green into Florida territory with a first down. All the way to the 38, tackled by Fred Weary. 36 yards on the pass to Green.
E.G. Green, he's been in the slot in their...
Florida State down by 5 points. 5.5 minutes left, third quarter. Minor got hit and stayed on his feet. Touchdown, Travis Minor, what a run. He bounced off Tico Brown to the line of scrimmage. Picked it back up and he was off to the... And it's Johnson under center to start this possession. Florida down by a point. Taylor turns the corner and has room. Cuts back across midfield. Down in the arms of Lamont Green at the 43-yard line of Florida State. A 23-yard run. Mind the sacks take yardage off the rushing total. That's the reason Florida State has gone in reverse. They were up over 100. That pass is caught! Nafis Kareem takes the pass from Johnson. He's down at the 16-yard line. Dexter Jackson looked like he was in perfect position to pick it off, but Kareem made a great adjustment.
Nafis Kareem ran a little stop and go.
Remaining, Florida State leads by a point. Should get the ball in good field position. Another high snap handled by Stevenson. Another low kick. Warwick started at the 40. Warwick with some running room, trying to get outside. Peterson forced him to stop. Now he reverses his field and he's giving up the yardage. Now he has room on the other side. What a run by Warwick. He ran about 100 yards. At the 43-yard line of Florida. The toss. Minor with a burst of speed. Minor inside the 20. Knocked out of bounds at the 6-yard line. Mike Harris saved the touchdown, a 36-yard gain. Florida with 2:33 remaining. Gators started their own 20. Johnson lofts it deep. Green is behind the defense. He's at the 35. He's at the 25. And he's tackled at the 17-yard line by Tay Cody. Perhaps the #1 ranking. Doug Johnson remains at quarterback. Draw play to Taylor. Big hole left. Taylor may go. Fred Taylor out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
It's a little drop.
Taylor the lone back. First and goal at the 1. Taylor to the end zone. Touchdown! They went 80 yards in 3 plays. Perhaps too quickly.
2 downs to make 10 yards.
Busby with a 4-man rush. Throws. Intercepted. Dwayne Thomas. Brandeis takes the final snap. And Florida still alive for an Alliance Bowl. A huge victory. Sealed by Thomas's interception.
Trying to keep them out of the end zone. 2nd and goal from the 6. Zerouay trying it wide, and he is in. Touchdown. Famous Amos Zerouay opens the score rushing after Schulters went down. Play action, good fake. And it is picked up by Tompkins at the 9-yard line. Now Gonzalez changing the play. They give us to West. He's got a lot of room. West hit at the 1, but into the end zone. Touchdown.
Oh, wow.
He ran through Tompkins and Barrett Green, and Billy West revived due to the injury to Dwayne Schulters, 130 yards last week, and has a touchdown here.
Give credit to the offensive line of Pittsburgh.
Schneider and Barlow are now the running backs. That's Barlow, and Barlow breaks down to the 35-yard line.
When you talk to the Pitt coaches, we've talked so much about Schulters and Billy West, but they say this true
Short drop from Gonzalez. Touchdown. Hofert. Jake Hofert. A slow developing play, but Hofert running his pattern perfectly, and a very patient Pete Gonzalez waited till he cleared.
And Tim, that's the key. You talked about it.
Minute fullback to join Zerouay in the backfield in the eye. Zerouay hit behind the line, and he did not get it. He is dropped for a loss. The swarming Panther defense continues to stop Zerouay. Frank Moore and Sauer making sure his wide receivers have the one they want. Gonzalez, there's the fade to Murphy. Touchdown.
Remember earlier, we talked about Pitt when they get close to that red zone. They like to execute that fade to Terry Murphy in the corner. Gonzalez.
Own thing. And nobody arguing. First down play. Naked bootleg, they love that, and it's complete to Green. To the 5-yard line.
And that's how you get in trouble when you lose.
Game, a little Statue of Liberty to Zerouay. This is Zerouay, ran into his own blocker, but breaks a tackle and fights to the goal line. Touchdown!
That's simply an incredible run.
Yeah, not far from here. First down. Gonzalez fake pattern. Murphy touchdown.
The second time this afternoon, Murphy has hurt West Virginia in the corner of the end zone. And remember, I talked about the running of Gonzalez. If you take a look on the replay, nice post corner route by Terry Murphy, but no pass rush whatsoever by
10 points over the 7-3 Mountaineers, who are threatening at the 5-yard line. 0-8 touchdown.
Zero
31 carries for Zeraway, now with 120 yards and 3 touchdowns. And a little slow to get up, Dave.
Yeah, you know, he's been banged and bumped up and bruised, so he says.
Third down, huge play. Gonzalez to the end zone, touchdown. Juan Williams, the tight end. Pete Gonzalez's 4th touchdown pass of the game. The Big East leading passer, showing you why. 7 yards for Foreman. Zeraway just came out. They've got 3 wide receivers on the field. That's usually what they do in that situation. They're going deep for Green, and it is caught by Green. Touchdown. Curtis McGee had a chance to intercept the ball, went right through his hands, and Green, great concentration, brings them back to within 6. To within 4, pardon me. Helped by this crowd. Gonzalez gets time, has a man open. That is Hoffert, and he has a first down. The ball came loose. Mountaineer ball, unless play was whistled dead. Mountaineers have it. Hoffert made the grab, ran with backers coming up.
You have to kick in this situation. You go for 3 and the tie.
This is Jay Taylor. 34-yard try from the hash mark. And Taylor is good. We are tied. 1:19 left, regulation time. They're going to kick on third down. Forensic, and it's blocked. Porter picks it up. He's stopped immediately, and West Virginia has blocked the field goal try of Forensic, and they'll get the ball back. On the play of 3. Gonzalez to the end zone, intercepted. Dave Lightcap, who plays on the dime team of the 6-back secondary. Dave Lightcap, a junior from Wilmington, Delaware, comes up with the interception in the end zone.
See, when you're this close, you can't spread out an offense the way you want to if you were on the 50-yard line.
Zeraway stumbles, trying to cut wide. Loose ball taken by Pittsburgh. And it's Frank Moore. Gibson comes up with it, but it was Moore who knocked it loose. Pittsburgh could have advanced that to the end zone. They were unable to do so. And that means we'll have another overtime period. Long is 47. That was earlier in this game. It is good. Jay Taylor. 52-yard field goal by that one go because he was afraid he was going to be sacked again. It is 2nd and 10 from the 13. Gonzalez to the end zone. It's caught. Touchdown. Terry Murphy, and the Panthers have won it. What a football game. Gonzalez, the Big East leading quarterback in the clutch situation of his college career, has given the Pittsburgh Panthers victory here in the backyard brawl.
9 men on the line of scrimmage. Look at the crowd.
And they're coming. Patridge has time, got a man wide open over the middle. Andre Round's going to walk in for an opening touchdown for the Rebels.
What we saw, 9 men on the line of scrimmage. They were 2. The center is 290, Eric Allen. They've got some bosses up front.
Right up the middle. McKinley gets it inside the 5 for another first down, and the Bulldogs are on the march. 19 yards. Nate Wayne saves the touchdown as McGee. They got that power I formation. Stack Morgan. Rolling right, looking in the end zone. Touchdown. John Jennings. Jennings had a touchdown 2 years ago in the Egg Bowl, and he's got one today as Rob. 3rd and 20 now after the penalty. Patrick got time, lets it fly, intended for Peterson, and it's going to be intercepted. Isel McGill picks it off, his 6th interception of the year.
Boy, McGill played this as well as you can play the football.
Pittsburgh, Mississippi is Ron Morgan. He hands it off to his tailback. Johnson inside the 15-yard line. Another first down for Mississippi State as they march down the field. 2 fullbacks in the lineup with Johnson standing in the eye. He gets the ball and into the end zone. Touchdown Mississippi State, and the Bulldogs take the lead. Market. 5:54 to go in the game. Lindsay, it's blocked. It's blocked by Eric Brown. And it's picked up and run down the sideline by Isel McGill. There you go. But of course, the Rebels, they've got to go to the end zone. Down 14-7. Patridge over the middle. And it's complete. What a catch. Andre Roan able to go in between 3 wide receivers in. First down. They can get a first down if they can get it inside the 1. Patridge looking into the end zone. Touchdown. Andre Roan's second touchdown of the day. Makes it a 1-point game.
Boy, and Tim Nelson had pressure from the outside. He was 1 step from getting Patridge. 1 step from getting Patridge. I think you go for 2 points in this situation.
Into the end zone. It's good. Corey Peterson. And the Rebels lead 15-14.
touch it down, and the clock will roll. And the Ole Miss Rebels score in the closing seconds to knock off Mississippi State 15-14. Both teams finish the season 7-4. Both teams now wait to see if they get a bowl bid. Andre Roan with both touchdown catches for Ole Miss as they win it. It's been a great season of SEC football, capped off with the Egg Bowl win today. For Dave Rowe, Warren Pepper, this is Bob Kessling, our entire SEC crew. You've been watching Jefferson Pilot Sports' exclusive coverage of Southeastern Conference football, and the Egg Bowl trophy goes back to Oxford.
And an aggressiveness maybe coming back to hurt Ron Rogers early on. Hines Ward one-on-one with Meyer. Can't make the tackle. Ward inside the 20. Goodbye. Hines Ward to the end zone. 54 yards from Bobo to Ward. He is special.
It's not like Tech didn't know they were going to try to get the ball to him and somehow got locked on one-on-one with Myers. Not a situation you want to be in.
Harvey Middleton, Hines Ward on the other side, so close to their mothers and overcoming a lot just to get to this point. Great stories. Ellie Rogers going to run it inside. He's got a hole. Finds the seam and down to the 23. So a much different drive on this one for the Yellow Jackets. Ronald Bailey again on the stop, but not until
end zone. He also got a lot of support out of Harris and Smart, the two safeties. They saved the touchdown.
Burgess Johnson in the backfield now. He goes in motion. Wilder and Wiley, ball's on the ground. Hamilton lost the ball.
Georgia's got it.
Georgia has the football. Second and goal from right outside the 1, and Hamilton lost the exchange.
Greg Bright, the middle linebacker, was penetrating and came right up. He had the ball right in front of him. I think he was.
For the Yellow Jackets in their final regular season game. Bobo out of the shotgun. Quick out. This one's batted down.
I think it was
and he was picked it off. Jesse Tarplin held on to it. What a play.
Unbelievable.
Help from Stinchcomb, but what a great hand. First down, quarterback draw. Hamilton clear lane to the end zone. We are almost tied after the extra point, maybe 7-7. Hamilton finding the lane in how quickly they strike.
All right, a couple things took place. Dave Huxtable's defense got him in 2nd and long. Then he came with the pressure.
It's almost as if you deserve that. Okay, was that Ward under pressure over the middle? Intercepted. Tavares Tillman with the pick. Tillman, the sophomore out of Lyons, Georgia. The second interception of the game. Tarplin had the first. Believe in his system this year. Certainly worked at Marshall. Some doubted it would work in Athens, but it's working now. Middleton wide open. Only Harris to beat. Harvey Middleton down to the 27. The big play as he was wide open in the strike from Hamilton. 54 timeouts. They burned one on defense earlier. Bobo out of the shotgun. Same play to Allen. He's got the same result and more. Corey Allen going to bust it out. Inside the 20, only Tillman can catch him. Touchdown. Corey Allen, 59 yards. Hines Ward went 54 early on in this one. And now Allen goes 59.
So much for leaving time on the clock.
There are some games where you don't see those things, but Georgia and Georgia Tech get all the little extras. Here comes the blitz. Hamilton reads it. Wide open. Middleton at the 20 down to the 17. Another first down. Well, this is impressive.
Stops the clock with 1:16. Still no hurry. Joe Hamilton, though, showing a sense of urgency. Wants to get him back up to the line. Back with Bright to read the eyes and get his body on the pass.
There goes Hines Ward with a direct snap to him. He turns the corner. run out at the 46. Look for a moment like he might bust that one.
Still got 30 seconds left in the half. They're trying to get down to field goal range.
Hines Ward has not thrown a pass yet today. Gain of 21 on the run in the first half.
I'll tell you this, he is cut. He's got somebody.
Saw the numbers on Bobo going to Hines Ward on this one. Down to the 23. Fourth catch of the afternoon. He had a big one for a touchdown earlier, but they'll move the change. He got 16 seconds left.
Well within field goal range now, but Georgia wants more. Bobo getting them up to...
Dax Langley on. Not even close.
Blocked by Brooking.
Blocked by Brooking.
Oh, Brooking came through cleanly and got his whole arm on the ball.
The senior in his last regular season game takes away 3 from the Georgia Bulldogs. And Jim Donnan out to have a word. Well, the great defensive plays by Tarplin and now Brooking on the...
Those are stupid mistakes when they happen before the ball snapped. Dead ball fouls should not occur.
So it backs him up 5 yards. First and 15. Bobo throws. He's got Small right ahead of Brooking. What a throw. Tony Small to the 35. Bobo laid it out there perfectly.
That's a mismatch that Georgia wants to get. You've got your wide receiver, Tony Small, who's 6'3".
Ward in motion. Bobo on the roll, looking for Ward. Wide open touchdown.
Oh, that's a great play.
Can't get in on the ground. They go to the air.
You know, in that situation, defensively, you're thinking they've gone with the tailback twice, have not been able to do it up and over.
John, the Dog fans would love to see an upset in that one. Charlie Rogers over the middle. Champ Bailey hit him hard, but he held on. Big gain up to the 45, 23 yards on the pass from Hamilton to Rogers.
You know, you have
6 years in a row, the Bulldogs have won this matchup. Stiegel in motion. Hamilton with time has his pick. Middleton's wide open. Gets down to the 33-yard line. No one picked up Harvey Middleton over the middle. Great decisions over the second half of this year. Hamilton under pressure now, had a man open downfield, scrambles, and gets Wilder out of the backfield. Inside the 20, still on his feet. Finally brought down at the 12-yard line. Joe Hamilton and Ed Wilder rocking the house here. 52 seconds left. Hines Ward can't even watch from the sideline. 4th and inches. Going to give it to Wiley to the end zone. Though. 48 seconds left from the 35. First down for Mike Bobo. Completes it. Champ Bailey in at wide receiver. The cornerback breaks it to the outside. Finally run out of bounds at the 37. Hang on and don't go anywhere.
You know, Champ Bailey is the first Georgia player in 4 decades to start offense and defense in the same game. He did it against Vanderbilt
for Georgia. First and goal, the ball on the 8-yard line. Bobo throws it to the corner of the end zone. He's got it. Corey Allen with the catch.
Flags fly everywhere for excessive celebration, but who cares? He took his helmet off. They immediately threw the flag. But with 8 seconds left, it's a moot point. Unless it's a penalty that went against him.
Hamilton going to go back and launch this one as far as he can throw it. Incomplete, that's it. For the 7th consecutive year, the Bulldogs have beaten the Yellow Jackets. Jim Donnan moving to 9-2 over George O'Leary. This was a classic one, though. They'll remember this for a while. Great finish in 95, but again here in 97. 27-24, Georgia with a win in Atlanta.
Let's see if Manning gives it to Lewis to run it. Nope, he sends him in motion. He's out there as a receiver. They'll throw to him. He comes back to get it on a screen, and he pops out in the open. And it's a big play to start the ball game for Tennessee. Goes out of bounds at the 40. Manning back to throw. Going big to the corner. It is touchdown, Tennessee. Fearless point. The junior corner, Bray, got... you want to watch where number 1 is. And if you're playing for Auburn, you better know where he is. Craig now flush. This is when he's dangerous. It's caught. And it is a big one for hit 4. Out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Corey Gaines ran him down. Don't ever give up on Damian Craig, because he doesn't.
Well, this is where he is so dangerous. Manning calling the controls at the controls. Pretty good.
Second down and 8. Ball is thrown to the outside to Nash. Ball is on the ground. Loose. Picked up by Auburn. Touchdown. Brad Ware. This time Tennessee fumbled it and didn't get it back. And the Tigers put it in the end zone. And the freshman knocked it loose. Larry Clasher. Number 3. First down at the 49. Tigers. Craig still got it. Pressure coming. Steps away. Gets his pass off. Going deep down the middle. It is caught. Touchdown. Tyrone Goodson. Good for Scott. First down and 10 from the 15-yard line, and Craig back. Pressure coming, sets up a screen. Fred Beasley has the ball. 2 blockers in front of him. Big play for the Tigers. He's up at the 37-38-yard line before Corey Gaines brings him down.
That's a nice call by Rodney Allison, the quarterback.
Jared Holmes in for his second punt of the night. His first one was 46. Very fair. Waiting for it. No pressure. That's a good kick. Runs him all the way back to the 25-yard line. Look out. Fumble. Auburn got it back at the 30-yard line. Larry Melton knocked it loose and was involved in the recovery. But again, the fumble is caused by somebody hitting him from the rear, from behind. And I believe it was Ryan. No punt. Jared Holmes is in for his third kick, 46 and 49, and it's Perry Thayer waiting for it, standing back inside his 25. A little bit of pressure there, but beauty of the punt. No fair catch. Thayer skips away from 3 down there, and
I think he fumbled it, Keith.
Yes. Auburn's recovered it. That's 5 fumbles by Tennessee, and it's Kevin McLeod who covered it for Auburn.
The second straight fumble for Fair on punt return.
The reflection time. Second down, 11.
Manning, look at it, all 11 up there again. They back out.
Now lets it go deep down the sidelines for Nash, and it is intercepted by Larry Clasher, the freshman corner.
What I don't understand is why the receiver didn't fight for the football.
Back to receive it, and that's sort of been exciting tonight, particularly if you're a Tennessean. You tend to close your eyes here and see if Terry's going to handle this one and keep control of it as Holmes hits for beauty. Holmes ducked him all the way back to the 32-yard line, and Fair turns it back up the sideline, and he may be gone. Holmes, the kicker, got it. He goes all the way down to the Auburn 23-yard line. This tackle back up here at the 33, a 51-yard punt, and
Big play here.
Nash goes in motion. Peyton Manning throws to the end zone, complete. Copeland for a touchdown. So Terry Bowden asked his crew to make a statement. They couldn't do it. Tennessee gets a big return from Terry Fair, and they put it in the end zone.
They've worked hard. We're real proud of them.
From the 15, first down, passes away. The man's over there. It's intercepted. Intercepted. It's right off Copeland's hands. He was wide open, and it is Jason Gray still going. He's finally run down and caught inside the 20-yard line. What an incredible turnaround. Sean Bryson ran him down and caught him. It went right through the receiver's hands, off his shoulder pads, and was intercepted.
Well, that's where being a father is not what it's cranked up.
15, back on the 24. Craig steps away from the pressure, gets his pass away. He's got a man. It's Beasley. It's touchdown. So the indefatigable. Minute and 17 seconds in the quarter remaining. Passes away, the pass is caught by Price, and Fearless Price will score.
Sooner or later, you're going to get burned.
They trailed by 6, remember. A touchdown and a point puts them ahead. Jeff Dunlap covers the ball. Manning turned and handed it to the running back, Jamal Lewis, and it popped right up.
That's the 6th turnover for the Volunteers here this evening. 6. Their offense there.
Second and 10. Quick throw, pass complete. First down the sideline. It's Nash, and he is gone. Returnable for Cooper from the 6th. Last look at this. And enough out of bounds. At the 48-yard line, Jeff Hall, the kicker, did it. So Marquise Cooper got a groove, and second and 11. Out of the shotgun, trying to give Craig some time. Little's after him. Pass is thrown. Craig made
he may want to drive. People don't have. I think Charles Woodson had a great year. I mean, I think he was super. And I know. Here's Jamal Lewis. He's down to the 5-yard line. So with 38 seconds to play, that ought to do it. Come on, tell us who you went with. Nobody's business. Well, you got it. Didn't get, and the one thing that Leonard didn't get, they didn't beat Florida. The clock is rolling now. Auburn can't stop the clock with a timeout. The party's on for the Tennessee Volunteers as they defeat a game courageous Auburn football team by a score of 30-29. For both teams, their first SEC championship game, and they provided some excitement. How many times do you turn the ball over 6 times and still come out a winner?
Line of scrimmage at 44-yard line. Ole Miss, first play of the game. Patrick's looking deep, has a receiver downfield. Hurd, 15, 10, and he is brought down at the 1/2-yard line.
Jerry, Oregon, when they started the ball game against Air Force, threw a long pass.
You know why? He's got 2,600 yards passing in 1997. The give to Avery, and on the second play of the game, Ole Miss scores.
Well, I'll say the same thing I said in the Oregon game. Sometimes you can score too fast and you go to sleep, but this Ole Miss football team has worked very hard. They've overcome a lot of obstacles. The NCAA, the probation, and they have worked very hard for this bowl game. So
from Rand, West Virginia. Single setback is Chapman. Pennington back to pass. Looking for Moss. Downfield. Has him at the 40-yard line. 35, 30, 20. And Randy Moss will score. Oh my! 3 plays and 2 touchdowns. Ole Miss 12 of 16 on 4th down conversion, 75% on the year. Patrick's back to throw, has a receiver, and he is nailed at about the 23-yard line. Rome could not hang on. Thomas Maxwell, the defensive captain, he's the Rover senior from Decatur, Georgia, just leveled Andre Rome.
You know, and Ole Miss looks flat to me. They scored that touchdown right off the bat, and offensively they look flat. Andre Rome.
11 minutes to play here in the first half. I formation. Patrick's back to throw. Downfield, pass overthrown and picked off at the 40-yard line by Larry Moore. Moore at the 35, 40, 45, 50, and cuts it back into Ole Miss territory at the 45-yard line. There's Ken Lucas Mack to make the tackle. Previously a defensive coordinator under Steve Spurrier at the University of Florida. Saw a few passing plays at that game. Another one, touchdown for Marshall L.V. Lavorne Goldclaw, the junior from Glenarden, Maryland. 19-yard reception. And adds 6 more for the Thundering Herd.
Say, Jerry, Ole Miss went
of all the team speed Marshall had up front. 3rd and 4. Patrick's over the middle. Receiver wide open, 5-yard line. Andre Rome. And there is a penalty back at about the 22-yard line.
It's got to be a late hit because that's the only thing it possibly could be. And if it is, it's on John Grace, number 4.
Well, the referee began waving his hands and running toward the end zone. We'll see what the call is.
We have a personal foul. Roughing the quarterback. Defense. Touchdown. Penalty review.
Well, you talked about the first one. They've got Maurice Hines as in a corner. They need to rest their secondary guys. Let's see if Ole Miss can take advantage of that.
All right, 3rd and 6. Wide open. Deuce McAllister. He will score. 20 yards. Stuart Patrick's to the true freshman, Deuce McAllister. And Ole Miss goes up by 3.
Well, Deuce McAllister, when you look at your backup running back, Ole Miss beat Notre Dame on him in some recruiting, and he's an outstanding inside runner. But Stuart Patridge made a good decision here to hit him on the flare. Got the fade possibilities.
All right, Moss, top of your screen. We'll watch for Pennington. They throw the screen inside to Chapman, and he will walk into the end zone.
Beautiful play. Everybody and their brother went with Randy Moss.
They were all thinking what you were thinking.
Yeah.
Moss in the face.
They were thinking Randy Moss was going to get that football. Nunez, the offensive coordinator, who's heading for Texas as an assistant coach with Mac Brown after this ball game.
3rd and 9 from the 20-yard line. Patridge looking toward the end zone and has the receiver. Touchdown. Grant Hurd makes the catch. A 19-yard reception.
There wasn't much room to fit that in, Jerry, and he fit it in. Against B.J. Summers.
Well, what a great pass by Stuart Patridge.
Grant Hurd had to catch at the beginning of the ball game and this catch.
Charter landing last night here in Detroit. 1st and 10. Chapman back in as a lone setback. He will get the football. Huge hole, right side, cuts it outside, back inside, and is finally chased down from behind. Malika Griffin is there, and so is Morris Scott. And Scott has not gotten up. He is having trouble getting up off the playing field.
Boy, good blocking on the right side.
Shotgun formation, Pennington, and he will give it inside. 2-yard line, 1-yard line, touchdown, Marshall. Doug Chapman from 9 yards out puts the thundering Herd back on top.
With the 4 wide receivers, Jerry.
No doubt in Tommy Tuberville's mind. As they hand the ball off to McAllister, he cuts it through an opening, 30, 25, 20, and finally brought down at about the 18-yard line by B.J. Summers, who saved the touchdown.
Well, McAllister has ignited this offense in the second half, in the 4th quarter. He's come in with fresh legs, he's run hard inside, and he's been able to break off some big plays. He's going to go out of the ball game now in favor.
Reminds him of Stu Innocent, the former Rebel running back that has such a bruising style inside. And he leaps in and touchdown. Touchdown for Ole Miss. On that leap by the true freshman, Dew McAllister.
He's been the difference. His style of running has helped the Rebels tonight. Good blocking again. I can't say enough about Matt Luke, that center. He's played solely on guts.
Well, Tommy Tuberville going to go for 2, but they got about 28 plays.
Quarterback mind.
12 seconds to play. Pennington back to pass, looking downfield, and has Moss, who has the ball is stripped free, and Brock Price stripped the football, and the officials say it is Ole Miss football with 1 second on the clock.
Yeah, you pick up the hymnals now. Church is out here with Brock Price making that play.
And how appropriate is the fact that Nate Lane, who wears the number 38, the Chucky Mullins Courage. And so the inaugural Motor City Bowl, the Ford Motor City Bowl, goes to Ole Miss. Once again, our final score, Ole Miss 34, Marshall 31. Coming up next is Sports Center. For Mike Godfrey, Dave Ryan, and our entire ESPN crew, I'm Jerry Punch.
All right, Brian Greasy goes to reception. Howard is in motion. He led the team in receptions this year. They flush Greasy out of the pocket. Pressure coming, passes away, and it is thrown out of bounds. Cougar caught it over there. They're going to give him the interception. Lamont Thompson, who's a 6'5" true freshman, loping along, and when Steve Gleason hit Brian Gleason. He's passed, touchdown, McKinsey. pretty good. Second down and 8. Get off out here at the end of that tailback, and again they missed the tackle. There's 2 tackles. And Thomas is all the way down to the 40-yard line on the Washington State side of the field. So they now, Michigan is spreading the Cougars a bit. Well, O'Brien was looking to throw the ball down. Woodson coming around the corner. Passes away, and it is caught. Marvelous catch by Sean McWashington. Tommy Hendricks just clubbed him, and McWashington came up with it. That makes up for any balls that were dropped. He's got it. It's down. He's got loose. It's Chris Jackson, and out of bounds at the 15-yard line. 15-yard line. Got away from Tommy Hendricks, and Tommy ran him down. They come again. Rolling out. Intercepted. Charles Woodson. Ball comes back to the 46-yard line. And Brian Bruce is up. Gets his pass in the air for Ty Streets, and he's got it, and he's gone. Touchdown, Michigan. Ty Streets is 6'4", Ray Jackson 6'1", and Streets just simply outran him. And Brian put the ball right where it had to be. Hurts, too. Leap out of the end zone. Lets it go. It's McWashington. He's got it out of the 22-yard line. He took punishment to do it from Tommy Hendricks, but he made the play. Roll out. That time. Man down the sideline. Just Chris Jackson for a first down at the Michigan 39-yard line. Dwayne Patman, a freshman, was over there, wrapped his arms around him and brought him down. He bought time with that right. Picking up 5 yards on second down and 5. Leaf backpedaling. Down the middle, he's wide open. That's McKenzie inside the 15. Put it down at the 13. You can see that guy coming. Put it on the 14, make it a first down. Here they come, we're reversing the ball. It's Sean Timms into the corner. Touchdown! They started on the 1-yard line, fumbled the football, recovered it on the 2, and now they've just stuck it in the end zone. Put the ball at the 42-yard line now. Greasy rolls out, still got it, lets it go big for Ty Street. Touchdown! Streets beats Warren Cola. Brian Greasy a couple of yards. Thomas is back in, the big back. Brian play action throws. He's got Truman open. Touchdown. They have to punt from here, the Wolverines will get very good field position. He throws it, he completes it. Across the 30-yard line to Kevin McKenzie, just a flick of the wrist and a bullet to McKenzie and a first down. Wow. Tucker Gray on the first down at the 31. 9:10 to play as the clock ticks down. Roll out, look out. Passes away, it's caught. It's Quan Gilmore out of the backfield. All the way down to the 27-yard line of Michigan. Andre Weathers saved a touchdown. For Newton before the snap. Pass. Lateral. Down to the 26-yard line. And Love Jefferson, and there's 2 seconds remaining. The clock stops to move the chain. You got to be ready to go when the chain is put down. Open lateral. You got 1 play left. He's under center. Spikes it. Clock shows time has run out. What does the referee say? I'm waiting. I think it's over, Keith. The referee's